Okay, let's begin. For the first question, factorizing. Here we have x squared plus 5x plus 6. To factorize this, I told you that you have to draw a square and divide it into 9 little squares. Okay, I've seen some variations. Some of you actually drew just 4 squares. Then you put a multiply over here, just like the same way we do it. Multiplication, top left hand corner. Then you put an x square in the middle. X square. You put a 6 over here and a 6 over here. So I think this presentation is not bad. Cause maybe fewer lines to distract you. I don't know. Okay, so I'll just do a side-by-side comparison for you guys. Now the next thing that we have to figure out will be our x and x over here. So if you are using this presentation, it will look like this. X times x gives you x squared. X times x gives you x squared. So the challenge is now to fill up the remaining 4 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where our calculator becomes very useful. So using our calculator, you key in mode 3, 3. You bring up 3 blanks for you. You don't have to stress over what values to put in, because your calculator will tell you what you have to write. The first number we have to key in will be the number in front of the x squared, which is simply 1. So if you have your calculator with you, please do the same also. The next number will be 5, and press an equal. Equal is to enter it in. The last number is a 6, and enter it in. So our calculator returns us a value of -2. So if our calculator tells us -2, we put in the value of 2. We change the sign. Okay, so it will be over here. Now, 2. It is a positive number. So if you're using this format, there's space for you to put a +2. Okay, over here, if you want, you can put a +2 over here also. They are the same. Basically, you change the sign that your calculator is telling you. So 2 times x, you fill in the blank over here, it gives us 2x. 2 times x, 2x. And the final value that our calculator is giving us, -3. So we change the sign again to become +3. Put a +3 here. X times 3. X times 3 is 3x. 3x. So now you look at all the x terms. 2x plus 3x gives us 5x, which means that this is now correct. And our answer is found here. When you take x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 3, x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 3, we get x squared plus 5x plus 6. So from here the answer will be x plus 2, x plus 3. Okay, so we have a fraction divided by another fraction. I'm happy to see that most of you can do your keep change flip. So 3 over 6x power 4 times y multiplied by x y over 15. Okay, as I marked, I realized that some of you are still confused over the powers. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to expand everything out. Okay, using this idea. Again, in primary school, we learned that, for example, a fraction 3 over 4 times 5 over 12. For multiplication of fraction, we do not need the denominators to be the same. Okay, we will just take numerator times numerator. 3 times 5 gives us 15. 4 times 12 gives us 48. Then from here, you can use your calculator. 15 over 48, and it simplifies it for us 5 over 16. Okay, we're going to use the same idea. When you have a fraction multiplied by a fraction, it is numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So back to this. Numerator times numerator. We have 3 times x. xy means multiply by y. 3 times x times y. Denominator. We always put a number first. 6 times 15. 6 times 15. Now we have x power 4. It means x times x times x times x. We have another y over here. So multiply by y. Extend your fraction. And now, things are getting easier. 3 over 6 times 15. You can use your calculator. Or you can realize that 3 is a common factor. If you divide by 3 here, it becomes 1. You divide by 3 over here, it gives us 2. Then same thing, numerator and denominator. There is 1x, which we can cancel with 1x. There is 1y, which we can cancel with 1y. So now we just list everything on top. What is left on top? No more already, right? No, you don't have a 3, you don't have an x, you don't have y. But you cannot put 0. Because if you put a 0 on top, the answer is simply 0, which is wrong. So the value, after you divide by 3xy, it actually gives us 1. That's in our numerator. Okay, please copy this down first. Numerator settled already. It is just 1. Then we go down to the denominator. 2 times 15. That is 30. Number wise, it is simply 30. Now multiply by x, multiply by x, multiply by x. Instead of writing times x, times x, times x, we are going to write x power 3. So this is the breakdown of every single step. In the past, we used to cancel the x and cancel the 4 to become 3. But I thought about it, maybe let's break it down even further. Okay, so it is really clear about what you are cancelling. So our answer is 1 over 30x power 3. 2 mark question, every mistake minus 1 mark. Next one we have addition of fractions. So if we had 1 over 3 plus 2 over 5, we need the denominators to be the same. So we choose the lowest common multiple. In this case, it will be 15 times 5 times 5 times 3 times 3. So this results in 5 over 15 plus 6 over 15. Total of 11 over 15. We have to make sure the denominators are the same before we can add. Compare this with multiplication. Multiplication, you do not need the denominators to be the same. Whereas in addition and subtraction, you have to ensure that. So here, 3 and 2, the common denominator will be 6. And in order to get 6, I need to multiply the denominator by 2. So this entire 5a, I also must multiply by 2. The entire thing. And brackets over here are important because many of you knew that you had to multiply by 3 over here. But you only multiplied the 3a with 3. Sorry, this looks like a cube. Too many careless mistakes. You did not multiply by 3 by negative 1. So when you expanded out, you got, instead of minus 3, you got minus 1. And that's what cost you the marks. Okay, so let us expand this. In blue, over 6, numerator 5 times 2, number times number. That gives us 10. 10a. Rian, do you get this correct? Do you get it correct? Okay, next, we have a plus. Now in red, Again, it is over 6. But our numerator is 3a minus 1 times 3. There are 3 times of 3a minus 1. 3 of them. So now we combine everything over 6 because the denominators are the same already. Here we have 10a plus 3 times of 3a minus 1. What does 3 times of 3a minus 1 mean? It's like 3x. What does 3x mean? X plus x plus x. What does 3a mean? It means a plus a plus a. So what does 3 times of 3a minus 1 mean? It means 3a minus 1 plus 3a minus 1 plus 3a minus 1. That is if you want to expand everything out this way. What we have covered in class is for you to multiply 3 by 3a to get 9a. Then 3 multiplied by negative 1 to get negative 3. But if you cannot remember this rainbow, we fall back to our basics. 3 times of something means that something added to itself 3 times. And now we can expand this. We have now 10a plus 3a minus 1 plus 3a minus 1 plus 3a minus 1 over 6. I give you a lot of space. You can do this kind of working if you want to. So how many a's altogether? 10 plus 3, 13, 16, 19a. 19a altogether. Then minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. That's minus 3 over 6. As we go through this, in your mind you have to be thinking, can you actually do this by yourself? Is there really anything too difficult about it? So if your answer is, yeah, I can actually do it by myself, then you have to learn. If your answer is, actually it's not too difficult, then you have to learn. Put in the effort now so that during the exam and test, it is easier for you. You don't have to cram so many things over one night. Okay, next one, solve the following. So we have an unknown value of x that we have to find out. When you put in this particular value of x, the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side. It is like a seesaw. The equal sign will be our the balancing point, the pivot. So the only thing we can do right now is, on the right hand side, to expand it. So I'm going to copy down the left side, negative 3x plus 16 equals to 2 times of x plus 3. So 2 times of x plus 3 gives us x plus 3 plus x plus 3. There are 2 of them. So we add them up, there are 2 of them. So let us expand. This, we can remove the brackets over here. X plus 3 plus x plus 3. Total 2x plus 6. That's what we have so far. If you're familiar with your rainbow method, we could have skipped this step. 2 times x, that's 2x. 2 times 3, that is 6. 2x plus 6. Okay, so on the left hand side, no change. These are all equal. So I put in my negative 3x plus 16. Now our job is to group all the x terms together. I don't want to have an x on the left hand side and an x on the right hand side. I want them to be in the same place. So either you get rid of this negative 3x or you get rid of this 2x. Your choice. I think generally you don't like the equal sign, the negative 3x. So what can we do to remove this negative 3x? Negative is like owing money. If you owe somebody $3 and you don't want to owe somebody $3 anymore, what do you have to do? pay back $3. You have to add back $3. So if you owe somebody 3x, you have to add back the 3x so that this will disappear. So what it looks like is this. We usually draw an arrow plus 3x. But now I'm going to fit everything, instead of the arrows, I'm going to fit everything in one line. Negative 3x plus 16 plus 3x. So what I've done is to add 3x on the left hand side. Okay, I added 3x on the left hand side. Now it is no longer equal to the right hand side unless I add a 3x to the right hand side also. So this is the original right hand side, 2x plus 6, and now I add another 3x. Now both of them have an added 3x. If I cover these two, you see that it is the same as the previous step. Right, so we add 3x to both sides. The reason is because I want this negative 3x to disappear. So minus 3x plus 3x, they disappear. And now I'm left with 16. Positive 16 on the left hand side. And this 16 is equal to 2x plus 3x, giving me 5x plus 6. So we use the same argument. Okay, I want my x to be on one side only, and yeah, that's done already. But I want a number to be on one side only. Now my numbers are found on both sides, 16 and 6 over here. So you need to remove something. You probably will want to remove this 6. How do we remove this 6? By subtracting 6 on both sides. So 16, originally it looks like this, plus 6. Then I minus 6 over here. I also have to minus 6 here. If you remove the minus 6 on both sides, they are the same. I remove 6 on both sides. They remain equal. So what's left will be 16 minus 6, that is 10. On the other side, 5x plus 6 minus 6, that's 0. We're not surprised there. We wanted the 6 to disappear. So 6 minus 6, of course, is going to be 0. So now 10 equals to 5x. 5 times of something equals to 10. What is that something? 2. It has to be 2. How did you get 2? We divide by 5 on both sides. So same thing. 10 equals to 5x. I divide by 5 over here. I divide by 5 over here. If I cover the denominators, they are the same. So I divide by 5 on both sides. And now, 5x divided by 5 just gives me x. 5x divided by 5 gives me x. So on the right hand side, it is x. On the left hand side, 10 divided by 5 is 2. This tells me that x equals to 2. But we don't write the x on the right hand side. We put the x on the left hand side. X is equal to 2. Many steps over here. Okay, so this is the entire picture. It could have been simplified to this. Negative 3x plus 16, 2x plus 6. We add 3x to both sides. 16 equals to 5x plus 6. We minus 6 on both sides. 5x equals to 10. X equals to 2. They are equivalent. So this is a 2-mark question again. 1 mark is given for the correct expansion. Once you successfully remove this bracket by doing a multiplication, I'll give you 1 mark. Okay, the next question is to solve this. So now 2x plus 1 over 2 is 6. We want to find the value of x, but this x is stuck in my numerator, which is in a fraction. So I don't like to work with this fraction. I want to remove this 2. Right now it is 2x plus 1 divided by 2. So the next step that we're going to do, 2x plus 1 over 2, originally it looks like this, equals to 6. To get rid of this 2, we multiply by 2 over 1. Then the right hand side we also must multiply by 2 over 1 if you like. 2 over 1 is simply 2. Okay, cover these two. We have the same equation. What I did was to multiply by 2 on both sides. Okay, so now if you remember, multiplying by 2, fraction multiplied by fraction, we say that we can combine numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 2x plus 1 multiplied by 2 over 2 times of 1. On the other side, 6 times of 2 over 1 is just 12. So there is a 2 on top and a 2 at the bottom. They can divide by each other. So now we are left with 2x plus 1 divided by 1, which is just 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 is 12. Now we want the x to be on one side, which we have. I want the numbers to be on the other side. I will have to get rid of this 1 over here. We do so by subtracting 1 on both sides. 2x plus 1. Okay, so this is the original. We minus 1 here, we minus 1 over here. You cover them, they are the same. We subtract 1 on both sides. So they remain equal. So 2x plus 1 minus 1 is just 2x. On the other side, 12 minus 1 is 11. So 2 times of something is 11. What is that something? We have to divide this by 2. 2x over 2 equals to 11 over 2. Okay, so we divided by 2 on both sides, and now we can cancel the 2 and the 2. To result in x equals to 11 over 2. So the 1 mark to remove denominator. Once you remove the denominator correctly, you get that 1 mark, then the correct answer gives you another 1 mark. Okay, now everybody look up, Xiaomin. This diagram shows a square field. It is a square. Square means that all the sides are the same. So by considering the properties of a square, form an equation in X. Now normally, in our N-level exam, most likely they will just ask you to form an equation in X. They're not going to give you this clue over here. So what's so useful about this? A square has 4 sides. That's what I am trying to tell you. If they are all equal, this is equal to this. So what is the equation? The equation is just 2x plus 3. This is equal to this, 3x minus 8. Done. Now is it really difficult? How is this difficult? Help me understand. How is this difficult? Don't understand the question? What if it is like this? Do you understand? Okay, then you need to revise. Our workbook, we have covered questions like this before. Very similar questions will be like, Tom is X years old. His sister is 3 years older than him. Their total age is 15. Then find the value of X. That you can do it. And in fact, okay, so this is the equation. We can stop here. If you want, you can go on to solve it, but there's no need to. We stop over here. So let's move on to the next part. Hence, find the length of the field. So previously, in part A, because they said hence, we need to use the information in part A. 2x plus 3 is 3x minus 8. Now using our green pen, I want you to work this out on your own right now. What is your value of x? This is the starting for part B. Use what we have covered earlier on. Whatever you do on the left side, you do on the right side. Put the x on one side, put a number on the other side. What is your value of x? I'll try now. Okay, so step by step, we are going to move all the x to one side. By saying move to one side, I am saying minus 2x on both sides. Or you can choose to minus 3x on both sides, up to you. But I think you would rather minus 2x on both sides. So I'm now going to copy down the question. 2x plus 3, 3x minus 8. And see, they are the same. I'm going to minus 3 here and minus 3. So that, okay, I ended up doing the number first. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's do the number first then. 2x plus 3 minus 3. That is 2x on the left hand side. On the right hand side, 3x minus 11. Okay, so now the number is on one side, but the x are on both sides. So I can choose to remove this 3x. And I remove it by minus 3x. So if you minus 3x here, you also have to minus 3x. So you cover them. You see, they are originally the same. So you minus 3x on both sides. So 2x minus 3x is negative x equals to negative 11. Now if minus x is minus 11, then what is x? It has to be 11. No choice. So what we did was to divide by negative 1. Okay, you can look at it as divide by negative 1, you can look at it as multiply by negative 1, or you can add x to both sides, then you add 11 to both sides. You will still get the same answer. So x is 11, but they want the length of the field. So go back up. Length is 2x plus 3, or 3x minus 8. Now if you put 11 over here, what is 2 times 11 plus 3? Your calculator tells you 25. Now if you choose to put 11 over here, do you expect the same answer? Should it be the same? Because it is a square, right? Let's check. 3 times 11 minus 8. You also get 25. So whether you put it here or you put it here, it's the same. Okay, so we go on to say that length is equal to 2 times of 11 plus 3, which is 25 meters. So over here, you will get your 1 mark. Please check if you have x equals to 11, but I didn't give you the mark, let me know. For some of you very happy, oh, I managed to get x, then you stop there already. Okay, next one, question 5. V. V is given by 5 minus 90. Find the value of V when t equals to 2. So we are doing a substitution. V equals to 5 minus 9. What is the value of t? We're going to have to put it in. So they tell us it is 2. 5 minus 18, negative 13. And now we have to make t the subject. We originally have v equals to 5 minus 9t. I want t by itself to be on the left hand side. So same as what we have been doing for the equation. What can we do for the next step? What do we want to remove first? 5 or the negative 9? You cannot remove the negative 9 straight away, because this is 5 minus 9t. The t belongs to the 9, which belongs to the 5. So we need to get rid of this 5 first. And we do so by subtracting 5 on both sides. So originally it looks like this. V equals to 5 minus 9t minus 5 here. Then you minus 5 here. So no more 5 already on the right hand side. So this is negative 9t, v minus 5. What we did was to minus 5 on both sides. So compare the original. It looks like this, and now it becomes like this. So I am already removing things. I only want to be left with t. So now t is stuck with negative 9. How do we remove this negative 9? This is negative 9 multiplied by t. So the reverse of this multiplication is a division. So we divide by on both sides. Okay, please copy this down first. We divide this by negative 9. And now we can cancel, leaving us with t equals to v minus 5 over negative 9. Okay, this is acceptable. Or you can also put it this way. You multiply by negative 1. You multiply by negative 1. So the reason I multiply by negative 1 is to make the negative 9 become a positive 9. So in fraction, what you multiply to the top, you multiply to the bottom, it is equivalent. So now negative 9 becomes positive 9. V becomes negative V. Negative 5 becomes positive 5. So this is 5 minus V. So both of these are accepted. So 5 minus V over 9. So the next part, calculate the value of t when v is negative 22. So I have an expression for t already. T looks like this, and v has a certain value, negative 22. Do the substitution. T equals to 5 minus v, so I don't know what v is yet, divided by 9. 5 minus v over 9. And the value they want us to substitute is negative 22. Resulting in 5 plus 22 over 9, which is 3. Now to solve this simultaneous equation, we need to put one of them as equation number 1, the other as equation number 2. Okay, please do that first. Any one of them can be 1, any one of them can be 2. So because we see that the coefficient of x is 1, we can use substitution. Because we see the coefficient of y is also 1, you can also use substitution over there. But if you want to use elimination, you have to ensure that the coefficient of x is 2 by multiplying equation 1 by 2, or you can multiply equation 1 by 3 to get a coefficient of y to be equal to 3. But I find that in this case, substitution is easiest. So from equation number 1, x equals to something. What is this x equal to? Okay, please do this first. From equation number 1, x is equal to something. Make x the subject. That is what we are trying to have. So originally it is x plus y equals to 5. I only want x. So I need to subtract y. So I subtract y. I have to subtract y over here also. Leaving me with x equals to 5 minus y. Let us call this equation number 3. And we sub into equation number 2. Okay, so can you do the substitution by yourself? Every time you see the x, you change it to 5 minus y with brackets. Okay, please do it now. Once you're done, continue to 2 times of x. See, instead of writing x, I put a big bracket. I'm going to substitute it in later. 2x plus 3y equals to 9. 2x plus 3y equals to 9. So put in the x. What's the new x? It is called 5 minus y. So 2 times of this plus 3y equals to 9. Now 2 times of this means 5 minus y plus 5 minus y. That's what it means by 2 times of. Plus 3y equals to 9. So removing the brackets, 5 plus 5 is 10. We could have gotten 10 by multiplying this way. Minus y plus minus y. So you owe somebody y dollars, you owe another y dollars, you owe a total of 2y. So 2 times of negative y gives us minus 2y. Then plus 3y equals to 9. So let's simplify this first. 10 minus 2y plus 3y gives us y equals to 9. 10 plus y is 9. I've got my y over here already, so I need to get rid of this 10. What do I do to remove the 10? You take away 10. You subtract 10 on both sides. So 10 plus y, originally looking like this, minus 10. Minus 10. Minus 10 on both sides. So 10 minus 10 is 0, leaving us with y. 9 minus 10, negative 1. That is our value of y. But we're not done. We still need the value of x. You can choose to sub this into equation 1, 2, or 3 to find x. But equation 3 is the easiest. Because we already have x equals to 5 minus y. And now they are telling us that y is negative 1. We're going to put it over here. I'll just continue on this side. Sub into 3. So x, this is my equation number 3, x equals to 5 minus y. Okay, 5 minus y. They put in the value of y. We found that y is negative 1. Put in negative 1. 5 minus minus 1. X is equal to 6. X is 6, Y is -1. Okay, this is generally well done. The height of the triangle is 3 cm longer than the base. Now AB is X. The height is X plus 3. It's 3 cm longer. X plus 3. Almost everybody got this correct. So now the area of the triangle is given to you to be 20. So formula for the area of a triangle. Area is half times of the base. What is the base? X times the height. The height is X plus 3. We found that in part A. Half times base times height is equal to 20. If you have this, you get 1 mark. So apparently we are supposed to change this to look like this. The question didn't ask you to solve x squared plus 3x minus 40 equals to 0. That is part C. At this part, they tell you to rewrite this to look like this. Okay? So at the moment I've got a half. Blah 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 equals to 20. You look at this over here, there is no half. So I need to remove this half by multiplying by 2. So half x plus 3 equals to 20. Originally it looks like this. So I multiply by 2. When you multiply by 2, 2 times half is 1. So they cancel. Now this is x times of x plus 3. You know, initially when we were doing 2 times of x plus 3, I'll write x plus 3 plus x plus 3. If you are doing 3 times of x plus 3, I'll write x plus 3 plus x plus 3 plus x plus 3. But now this is x times of x plus 3. So it will be x times x to give us x squared. Then the same x multiplied by 3 to give us 3x. Are you seeing that they are similar already? X squared plus 3x, they have appeared. And this is equal to 40. Are we almost done? Almost done, right? How to make them exactly the same now? I've got x squared plus 3x, but I need a minus 40 equals to 0. What should I do on both sides? Minus 40. X squared plus 3x minus 40 giving us 0. And now we have shown. Okay, now solve this equation to find the length of AB. What is this equation? This is the equation. So our A value, remember our ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then I told you that x minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this was written on the board for you. What is the value of A? 1. What is the value of B? Over here, B. 3. And C? Negative 40. You just need to put all these things inside. X equals to minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, now do this yourself. Put in the values. Minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. There's a reason why I asked you to put the brackets, huh? Because of this C over here, the C is negative 40. So the safest way is to just bracket everything. So do you have minus 3 plus minus square root 3 square minus 4 times 1 times negative 40 over 2 times 1. You have this? Then you get two variants over here. This is minus 3 plus minus, when you square root 9 plus 160. It will be 13 over 2. There are two answers. Either it is minus 3 minus 13 over 2 or minus 3 plus 13 over 2. The left hand side gives us negative 8. The right hand side gives us 5. So which one is the correct length for AB? Why does it have to be 5? Why can't it be negative 8? Oh, length cannot be negative. You look at a ruler, you start from 0. You cannot have minus 1 as your length. So this is rejected. And now our answer is 5. Okay? So we will stop here first. We will leave the graph questions. Okay, I'll just show you the answer. Just check the marking. This is what the graph is supposed to look like.